about marriage. That's too wicked and bad.
You don't say you know. You need to get off the labor right off my life. So you have some of them money like they say them are PNP and them are two sides. Can you listen to them, you know? Take them off my life. Because problem is going to create this stuff. Take them off. If them are not PNP, take them off. Simple. You can't have a debate with them because them are liars. Take them off my life. Two sides. We don't funny life. I mean, yeah, for now, watch you for the funny life. Yeah, hear them. Take them off, man. You take that hypocrite. Anybody when I say what you say, you take them off. Because it's a liar. Take them off, they come swag. You like when I see you, and then swag.
With all due respect, you don't really get
feel like everything. They might use my time to right. And that's what things go. Nothing can't be truth.
Same so lady.
yeah, that's yeah, man. I agree with you.
So now they want to like one PNP. Because they listen to no PNP not labor rights. And they listen to them. She take time about the labor rights. She labor rights too. And that's style.
Look here, me just not in the cussing and the back and forth because the end of the day whether Mark win or Andrew win, me here to entire labor right and PNP cuss over politics. That's how I me here to the politics. Because guess what? You see when Mark win or Andrew win, we have to live with whatever consequences come with it.
But you see, the
people
thing is
must
this, you know.
reason without it being war and quarrel.
We don't want Andrew. No, we don't want to get that girl. Girl, we not talking about
me a PNP, you know. This a lady me know. And she knows that me a PNP and me knows that she a labor right. Here that this a lady a labor right. Yes, when I talk to me. And she know me a PNP. But me I say people can reason and talk the truth because me see, me tell her, you see me see Mark do sitting wrong. If Mark went in there, me see Mark do sitting wrong, me I go talk.
She didn't tell like by your leader. First and foremost, she should have said no miss. And two different categories that Edward Siaga never born in Jamaica and he don't come and like Commonwealth.
No, what I said, Siaga born in the US. So Siaga case is different. But because of the same complexion, right. Them are going to use but the same card as the oil white.
Mom, the Commonwealth, any country outside the Commonwealth. Yes, it's two different something. The United States is not a part of Commonwealth.
Yeah, but them not look on that two different something. Them look on the complexion of the skin.
Listen, we know better. Have to talk better and do better.
Exactly.
Once the country, once a country is not a part of Commonwealth, you cannot serve. That's the whole point. So it's a two different case. It's a two different case. No, sir.
Oh my God.
Miss, let me tell you something why the problem. Let me tell you why the problem. You see the people, all right.
I said, Mark no man here. I mean, at least no need of and when me hear she start telling lie now, we said, no, the woman ain't right.
But yeah, because I tell you something. They have a level of
understanding. You see when you come on to the politics, me talk when me know about. And as when me say, when me I go to school and my mother need to work and can't afford it, me go high school 5 years free. Me get 4 subjects free under portion, and so me can talk what PNP do for me. And that me come up in the box container.
But you see, the thing is this, you know, you have to understand, say, there's a lot of program that they exist in the later part of 70s coming up, where people are benefit up to the 2024. You see me I deal with. So, Of course, there's a whole lot, and the list can goes on. The program, the housing trust. There's some I deal with. JSIF.
Hello, good night.
Yeah, good night, good night.
Me go say something,
Yeah, man, go ahead, come here.
You see, me a listen them, you know. But you see, me tell you something. Mark Wallen has come out publicly and talk about in thing and the people there, all the prime minister and the whole of them, you know, them don't make any sense, you know, brother. Cause let me tell you something.
All right.
Because if a man, you have your parents, and them sort out a visa for you, it's not your fault, you know, because
No.
you get it by your parents.
By default, I get it by default.
You understand? So all these people who have come out and attack. Remember, you know, you have how much of them in the parliament, in the same thing, you know, because you have nobody else in the parliament.
Yes.
And them don't have a problem with that. So
You're British
I
because
see the problem when them have with Mark Wallen because them see what's coming.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it's a level of distraction, you know. It's a tactics. It's a level of distraction.
And this big woman here, probably could have been my grandmother or my auntie and so forth. Then I make no sense, you know.
Charge him. Just stick up in there. You know, so with all due respect, you see people in back then, but in the big people in the 70s and 60s are coming up now. You can't, how much of them ever sit down and learn anything from about politics? To be honest.
Yeah, that's why they
You not really learn nothing from them.
You know, agree because that is listen. That is enough.
But support.
That is
What
enough.
you're saying to me is this.
That is listen, Dominic. That is enough.
Because
People said, listen, we need this man to go.
all right, what you know?
We need him to go. Because even though you look on it and you say, yes, watch you know, you might look on it and say, boy, you ain't want to do couple of things here, in build this, in renovate this, in this, in that, in that, in that. But look at this now. Suppose Jamaica is making like $10 trillion. But when you check a second, only $4 or $5 trillion and 5 teeth. That $5 trillion they could have make a reach further than where we is now.
Understood, my
That's
friend.
how me I look on.
Understood. And listen to me. I understand where you're coming from. Hear my perspective from it now. It's as if you guys are saying to me, okay, them brother are corrupt, you know, them corrupt to the bone. And like this, I'm gonna give you an analogy. Me have two doctors. See? One of them, I want dirty, nasty, thieving doctor. In dirty. This is my opinion. You know. You see that doctor, yeah? Me say, boy, he can't do a job. In my estimation. You might say, no, he can't do a job, whatever. Based on looking for policy-wise and the way I implement the system and so forth, me agree. Me I say, boy, you know, say that doctor are good. He just too thief. But here we go on. You know, so me rather work with a thief in doctor we can at least give me something more than go to that doctor. That doctor they're nice, you know, and then good, you know, and everything seem on the veneer of how him look, you know. But guess what? To me, the policy and the way him juke me with the needle and the way him give me the medicine and the way me just not like it. Me not good with it. Me rather work with the thief in doctor right now. That's what Jamaican say now. Watch out, and you might disagree with me 100%.
What are you saying?
No, a lot of JLP people are saying now.
What are you saying? What are you Dominic? What are you saying?
Dominic.
Well, I know Wisman.
No, I'm the one to
Well, I know
answer.
Wisman.
No, I come up here. I come up here to ask you one question. You think country owners deserve a third term?
I think that he should get. Deserve is a strong word. I think We fi make him get a next one.
So, hold on.
We disagree on it. We disagree. But that's
hold
all.
on. We're gonna
Just believe.
ask you something, right?
The only thing we look for is Marky J have a good background. We might have said, all right, maybe would have come back, but I like to still see in a sense.
Pause for a minute, right? All right. You use the analogy right, like I say, you have two doctors, right?
Yeah.
One of them is a thieving doctor,
Yeah.
but him good, right?
Yes.
And you have another doctor where you know like how him do the juke and everything and so forth, right? So you say you'd rather use the thieving doctor over the one where you don't know how to do the apply his medical practice, right?
Yes.
That's what you just said, right? Am I correct?
Yes, in the analogy. Yes.
All right. Has Mark Gold ever lead the country?
No, but him still. But it is not like Mark gonna come out of nowhere.
Hold on.
No, he haven't lead him. It was not correct.
Has Mark Gold ever lead the country?
No.
So therefore, what you have then, your analogy is wrong. What you have a thieving doctor, right?
Yes.
Where him thief, right? But him apply the medicine good. And you have a doctor that you have no idea of. You never tried. You never been there before.
True.
You does not know how him work. You does not know how him deal with
Let me use the analogy,
right?
yes.
Because you never been there. So you are telling me, say, you'd rather continue with the thieving doctor.
Yeah.
Right? Than to try the new doctor and see how it works.
Because me know, because what you know, me know the new doctor, me know film ideology, and me know say the other doctor.
Listen.
Yeah,
No,
me rather work
no,
with
we
evil.
answer Dominic. No, sir. That's so now way. Dominic, you know, sir. No, well, on the Dominic. Now tell you this, Dominic. Now tell you after experience. You know, sir. Now show you a little vibes. Yeah. I have a case where me get electric shock and me go on cardiologist. And when I go back for a report, I realize the man them when me I work with pay the cardiologist to get rid of my file. I pay the place to get rid of my file.
Hold on, the people them who.
Hold on, man. Wait, no, man.
No, may I ask you what you mean? No, may I ask you about it. So the people them who you work with pay the cardiologist for kind of dash with the file for you know get the settlement.
All right. When we go, the file and there, but me have my copy same way. Do you think I should continue to go to that cardiologist?
Of course not.
You're mad, man.
No.
I'm mad, you're mad.
No.
Mad, you're mad, man.
Oh, yeah, but remember, come on, but caution, but look on it now. Yeah,
listen, Dominic. So watch this now, Dominic. Watch this now, you know. Suppose the next time me got a cardiologist now, then pay him my money to analyze me.
To kill you.
Me understand that, brother. But I don't
understand because you wouldn't say that just to go on.
That's what you said. But they are juxtaposed two different cardiologists. Can remember saying no? You're saying to the analogy goes like this. You have two, as your Cosmo saying no. Me have a doctor where me don't know how him administer medicine, but me know say me have a thieving doctor where they are going with things. And it's all right and so forth.
You so find another doctor.
So me can't
find other cardiologist.
Stick to the evil when me know. I just that me.
No, sir.
Yeah, man.
Let's do some music, brother.
So you rather stick to the evil where you know and him kill you afterward and you change him.
So hold on. So you.
Because I see something them there so when them are voting.
So you are gonna stick.
Don't know which way am I gonna do.
You are gonna stick to. Hold on. You are gonna stick to the evil you know. So how are you gonna expect change?
Better.
Then the doctor when me have now, me can say, listen, me here when now, doctor. Me know say you're thief. Here what go on. Change up your style now. Go on.
Yeah, brother.
Corruption breeds
What if
corruption.
you not change up his style?
You know, say
And you train them very well. Corruption breeds
Yes, man, that's
corruption.
true. That's true.
Seriously do. Guys.
Right?
Seriously do. May I ask a question? Why is it
Caution, you know what me did ask Dominic say?
Dominic. They will call me so late in the night.
Yeah, man. Go on.
Dominic. You don't believe say job growth can come from the lower class of people them.
No.
Bro.
He don't believe in that. He don't believe in that.
Why you
listen.
don't believe in that?
Because listen. When we say lower class of people, you have to know what you're talking about. You're talking about middle class to lower class or just lower class?
No, me say lower class.
No.
Class.
Traditionally, no.
Lie you a tell. Because
No.
if me go there now and me sell, me go there now and me sell some, buy some back juice and sell. And me start grow. And me start employ call that to you around this and say, yo, go sell back juice. I start, me start from nothing.
No, CNA, hold on, CNA. That's what I'm asking.
Come on, bro.
I
say you really put down the lower class of people, bro.
You misunderstand what I say.
No, bro.
Well, I know, man. That's where I come from. I can't miss Shuba and them things. I understand what you mean.
Then you say that, bro.
Well, I know when I talk about this like industry. Well, I know me I talk like factories for bill and all them type of something.
So bro, if me start by buying bag juice and sell, you don't think me can own a factory, bro?
Me nah say that, but the likelihood is
then what are you saying?
You have to have resources,
something,
bro.
please? Can I say something?
Hold on. You know Spanish Town, Dominic?
What you say?
You know Spanish Town?
Of course, me know Spanish. When me say no, me don't like know everywhere.
You know where Jimmy's supermarket is?
What you say?
You know Jimmy's supermarket?
Jimmy's?
Yes, which was one of them first.
No, I don't really know.
Right across from the bus depot. Right across from
yeah,
KFC.
know the bus depot there, yeah.
Do you know said Jimmy's? That man will start Jimmy's supermarket. You know what the man used to sell out there? Hand cart. Hand cart Jimmy used to sell off.
Can I
Don't
give
answer
another
something
example?
because you don't
Can I
believe
give
that.
another example, please?
Sean.
Can I give another example?
Where's that?
Okay, I don't know if you guys been keeping up with the Jamaican news. The lady, the richest billionaire lady, Jamaican lady, she lives in the state. She come from St. Elizabeth. Yeah. All right then. And she come from nothing to something, right? And she's a billionaire now. Right. So you must have said that, Dominic.
Yeah.
Listen. What we talk about is this.
The man who start juicy beef patty. You see the man who start juicy beef patty? The man who start juicy beef patty. You understand? I can't him used to go around and sell him juicy.
I don't refute that because me are one of them story there. What I'm saying.
No, me not believe that. Me not believe that.
What I'm simply saying. Hold on, guys, listen. We're here. Oh, whatever you want to say, I don't really care. I'm just saying. Whatever you want to say, my friend. I really don't here to measure anything with you.
But if that money, but it's fact is fact. If you say so, you start from an uncat and me just said to you, say, if you believe say me can start from buying one bag of juice and own a factory. You said no.
The context in which I was thinking you were talking about. So for example, if a government going to get businesses to come into their economy.
Me never say nothing about government. I said me, the lower class of people.
But a government context we are talking about. We are talking about the economy and all the things that we are talking about.
We are talking about everything, bro. Everything to make Jamaica come good.
Nothing you can get out.
Dominic, you know, say me can go to the Riverton and get 2 tires and start make some cheer and start selling.
You gotta tell me about Riverton.
Dominic is a diehard. You're not gonna get him to change.
You used to sell coal. You used to sell iron. You used to do all of this something, brother.
Dominic, me not believe that.
Dominic is a diehard.
I don't really care.
And
government and policy. So
the
we don't have time. One precious time of waste.
Anyway, Anthony,
you see, when you start to attack somebody's character, now you know, say you're losing the plot.
Not losing the plot, brother.
But you attack my character, come here to me can start one bag of juice and run a factory. You say no, you don't believe.
Notice what I talk about? Me talk about government and policy. And you guys keep going to character.
It don't make no sense. You said you'd rather stay with the thief in government.
The thief
in
government.
Exactly.
So Dominic, do you believe that? We had an election the other day with the local government, right?
Yes.
And we realized that PNP won the seat, so it's a level now in Clarendon. And based on how it's situated, that if you have a tie, the person with the popular vote get the mayorship. Do you believe that the PNP should have the popular vote, but they should not get the mayorship of Clarendon Municipal?
Well, listen, it's different. It's different in that situation. Because
in what way?
popular vote is not what run. It's not what run completely the election.
Lie because I popular vote make we get the mayorship downtown. It's a lie.
So why them not have the mayorship now? Why?
Because the Prime Minister do not want to give it up.
It's not so it go.
So Dominic,
what is the Prime Minister's constitution?
Dominic. The Constitution, all right, if it's a tie, one have to be the deputy and one have to be the mayor. But the one with the popular vote get the mayor, and the one with the lower vote get the deputy mayor. That is what we see happening in St. Andrew. So why is it now they want to change the rules, send a Clarendon wherein now you want to have the person who have the unpopular vote be the mayor and more likely
because
the deputy.
Because of win the most.
No, because nothing.
Right?
You can't beat a town and then don't want to beat down the sun.
Dominic, you know, listen what I just said. It tie, it level, but the popular vote separate you. There has to be a tiebreaker. No. The tiebreaker is the popular vote.
Yes.
Dominic, all on a caution. Dominic said it depends on who win the most municipal. That's why I'm just saying a while ago, you know.
No, but even if him go there, so now, how much municipal them would win?
6.
And how much you would win now?
7.
So who would have been it on top?
Dominic,
you turn
one on your bed. Dominic, what will you know? You've been on here for a while.
I really like for reason with disingenuous people, you know.
What?
Come on, Dominic.
Because you know, at every level, you know, this shows me something. Jamaica will never ever be unified at that.
Yeah, man.
Lie tell. Watch when Marky G come in.
Ever.
Good night, guys. Good night, guys.
Yeah.
Good night, guys.
Yeah.
I just jump in to say something and come back. You're not talking about the level of winning and the mayorship should move. But however, the point we are missing, it is already, remember this was a by-election. It wasn't a local government election per se. And the mayor was already in place by the rules of the government or the laws of the constitution. The mayor was already in place. It's the constitution law. It's not anything to do with the prime minister, sir.
No, stop.
The only way the mayor can remove, the only way the mayor can change, because the mayor was in place already. So it's a by-election. Remember that, and you becomes level with level, meaning a level. Each side has a level, but it don't affect the mayorship, because the only way the mayor can change, the only way the mayor can change unless there is a no confident motion against the mayor or somebody from the JLP cross the floor. The mayor can change because it wasn't local government election. It was a by-election.
It doesn't matter. Listen, it's an election. And listen, it's an election, and the playing field is level, and the PNP is ahead by the popular vote, which it should have transit. And I think they should give them until next year, February 1 year, because in contract last 1 year.
1 year.
And then now
last 1 year.
Then Mr. Mackenzie is supposed to install the new mayor, which is Mr. Barneswell.
All right.
So
that's
how it's supposed to go.
One voice.
Listen, man. This is because the Jamaica Labour Party said if them give up the mayorship, it'll go be 8-6, and technically they wouldn't lose the local government. They're gonna talk about, it's just a by-election. Then if it was just a by-election, why did you contest it? You never should not contest it.
Caution. What does the constitution say?
Hold on. It's not a constitution. Don't get it wrong.
It's not
It's
the
not the constitution around the country.
It is well and stop.
Okay.
Local. Just stop. The constitution it's a local government act. It's different from the constitution. Right? It's a policy that creates to govern the local government. So it's not the constitution. So get that right. It is the local government.
You ready for stand by that?
And it was changed. It was changed in 2016. It is not right. You want to debate that? Just like how you have the Integrity Commission Act, you have the Local Government Act that created to govern the local government and how the affairs of the local government work.
As those two events were on by-election day was when Maypens Mayor Joel Williams indicated a loss in Aina town changes nothing for him as mayor. Nothing will change.
So me ask you a question now. The constitution is not what governs the elections of the country in terms of the powers of the different bodies that govern or regulate the election.
You know, you have the Electoral Commission Act.
Which is not correct.
So I ask you a question.
The Constitution gives each and every one of us the right to vote. Right?
I'm asking you.
Brother, because everything we are going to look on, if you're going to look on the act to govern election, you're going to see the Electoral Commission Act,
Who
not
passed
the Constitution.
Who passed that?
So we're passing Parliament.
Okay, hold on.
It is not a part of the Constitution, brother.
May I ask you a question? So the Constitution, again, listen to the question very carefully. So the Constitution does not govern the different bodies that regulate the election.
No.
There's no part in the Constitution. Okay, all right. Let me mute. All right.
So
you take that gov sources?
Yes.
Good. All right.
Well, I'm going to ask you a question. Then. Let's go there say something, right? In the Integrity Commission Act, where Andrew Wallace can go to the government, what is he trying to use to override the Integrity Commission Act that they pass into play?
I will further statement on that later.
Muted, Cosmo, so answer it.
He's trying to use the Constitution, invasion of privacy, which is embedded in the Constitution to override the law of the Integrity Commission.
You see, this is what I mean, like, you see, the bullyism of the government right now leaves me with fear of letting these kind of people continue leading the country. And this is what I want Jamaican people to look on and analyze. There's no level of fairness across the board, because if it was there that in this situation, they would want the mayorship. But because the final said no, here we go on. You cannot get the Clarendon mayorship anymore. You want to try to use bullyism to say, well then, okay, we're not going to do this and we're not going to do that and blah, 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 and blah, 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 and whatsoever. Which in what I suggest and I think, right, the Clarendon, the minister of local government should also resign for that statement we make, right, at the conference, which is very immature and dunce, an Anne-Marie statement. You understand me, I say? Because it's all fear that if the persons that are there, it is equal, there should be a tiebreaker to determine who control the mayorship. And if you realize that your team, it does not have the popular vote and your member should go to the deputy, I think it's just the moral thing to do. Legally, the opposition leader exploit them legal options wherein we might still bring them to court to find out now what can be done. It is too much that every single time a matter like this comes up, the opposition leader has to bring the government to court, and most of the time, well, probably all the time, them lose. Me and mate sit and me said that brother there for resign. A lot of people from the Jamaica Labour Party for resign because them run politics like a them yard them a run. And them backyard. We're not in your backyard. Go by principle and moral. The other day when time Mark Golding had his dual citizenship, it was all about moral. It wasn't about the law. Everybody was talking about morally right. Well, the morally right thing to do right now is for Joel to be deputy and Barnes were supposed to be mayor. Me not even want to go down in the law part. We could deal with morals. When the dunk pan Mark Golding, I say if you do this because it's morally right, it don't legally wrong, and whatsoever. Well, cut the crap now. Make we run it off of morals. You understand what I say? It's the right thing to do to show that you are with the people and you respect the people's choice. Because if the people choose the PNP to run that municipal as mayor and whatsoever, you give them. You can't tell me, say, oh, not because them are the popular. Me, I go put my mayor same way, I go allow him because you as a minister have to swear in the new mayor. Bullshit. Desmond need to resign for that statement to make. Too many things them do, too many things them say, and it just pass over people's head. Nobody remember. Everybody sit down and want to come justify, and oh, them say this and oh, them say that. Nonsense. Because technically, we have 8 municipal and the JLP has 6. And if that municipal corporation didn't change anything, I suggested that the JLP should have never contested none of them, just like oh the PNP decides contesting for the member of parliament seat change nothing, so give them should understand the same thing. Why they didn't do that? Why them did down in town a fire shot? Why them did carry man go down there with firearm to intimidate people if it never changed nothing? This makes no sense. Why you did that drive around in a car? I give you how much millions and billions if it changed nothing? What was it all about?
Exactly.
It meant something. So no, because you lose, they're gonna say it never meant nothing. It never mean nothing. It changes nothing. Bullshit. Bullshit, man. And sometimes we need to stand up for what's right, because that is how you have a government in power right now that will take away your rights. Take away your rights. You are right, and they want to let you feel like you are wrong. That is what I don't want. I don't want that. So I think the best option for we right now. I am not in no deliberating with the government, right? At the day right now, neither Desmond, Andrew, Juliet, none of them. Me not in a debate. You know, so the funniest thing, is that upon after the police station is closed, and me witness this for myself, and nobody will tell me. Juliet Holness want to go in at the polling station after it closed. Why did she want to go in there? And the rule is that no matter who you are from the outside the polling station, especially as a worker, from the gate lock, you cannot go in. So who is Juliet Holness to come and go in after all of the people them come out, and not just the EOJ people them in there if you count the ballot box them? Those are breaking rules.
Yep.
So you have people who have set rules but don't follow rules. And you expect me if you're supposed to feel comfortable with that? If you set the rules for me, say me enough go in there, why you must go in there? What are you going there? What you are going there for go do?
Go thief.
Then make me go in there too with you. Make me go in there and do. What are the people them outside going there go see what you do? But you alone want to go through gate. Put on liaison officer bib. And I try to go in, and you can tell me, say, these are the type of people we're supposed to run Jamaica, brother. Them people are not supposed to even have a house to live in, brother. Them people are not even supposed to run all a yard.
Worse she not come from, worse than a down the Sophia constituency today.
Worse than a fair constituency.
And she's the House Speaker. Shame. Big disgrace.
She is a person in a parliament who will love use this word. Standing order 43. Rules. This, that. So why you not follow the rules then? Why you not follow the rules then? You understand what I said? So there's a lot of things that we look into. Me look into. And more than the other rest of Jamaican them, where not only say PNP but are independent of both political parties. Look into these kind of things and look and see if you want somebody like this to actually run your country. Do you think that a person who respects no rules and morality supposed to be a prime minister or a speaker of the house or a minister of nothing? No, should not. You should.
We can say something to you. And we've been talking back and forth for the night, and it's been mostly respectful. We disagree on a lot of things, but let me say this. Jamaica right now, what you guys are seeing and what you guys are understanding right now is something that has been understood in a silent way for generations. The people in power, in whichever government, whatever way you want to turn it and comfort yourself, Jamaica people, there is two justice system, two rules-based system. America call it the rules-based system for the world. In other words, there's a two-tier justice system in all the world for the people in power, one for the people in power, and one for the people that is governed by that power. It is a very hard pill to swallow. What you're seeing now displayed in all its non-glory and all its disgustingness is that the people who run the countries, not only Jamaica, but we're talking about Jamaica now, there's a two-tier justice system. One for them and one for us. If me and you do anything what remotely resemble with anything what them do, we are going to prison. They are not going to prison. That is just
like the Prime Minister. Make
that
sure you hear that.
Well, no man, me understand.
So, all right, Dominic, hold on, I got ask you this now, Dominic. Hold on there. Hold on, I'm bring an example to you. Do you remember the Prime Minister? When name Boris Johnson, right? You remember Boris Johnson, right?
Yes.
Why did Boris Johnson resign?
I push him out because I think.
No, tell me about a push out. Why did Boris Johnson resign?
All right, multiple things, but the one thing when we did see
no. The COVID party, the party.
Yeah,
the next thing now, the trust, mistrust, yes. Liz the trust, however she want him. Why did she resign?
I don't remember, you know. But
to make a statement what she never supposed to make, and she had to resign. So don't say all government, because at Jamaica alone them party shop are going.
No.
As me I tell you, no, listen, and Andrew could have never been the Prime Minister for England. He could have never been the Prime Minister for England and don't declare him statutory declaration all now.
Come
out of Parliament.
Well, I'm pushing it, I'm saying in a caution. All right, the same Boris Johnson
thing. Green.
Listen,
man, listen what me I say. Flight Green would have never do that and still in a Parliament of England. And you know that none of the things that the Jamaican politicians them do out here.
All right.
Listen, I'm gonna show you this. Wait, I'm done. Hold on. Did you know that when me Richard Sunak got a seatbelt ticket while he was the Prime Minister of England? Who can get Andrew ticket out here? Who can get Andrew ticket out here? When me say, you deaf?
The man said, who can get Andrew ticket out here?
I said, Vaz run the red light. Vaz run the red light.
Bullshit, man. And Vaz will get the ticket.
Hold on there. So caution, hold on there. Caution. What your dispute say? The elites in this whole world have a justice system.
Listen, no come broad brush. No. I have certain countries where actually hold them leaders accountable, and some don't. And that is the example when we try to show you just a while. Say a lot of things. Jamaican. Right? I mean, brother, come on, man, youth. Come on, man.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying to you. That's the only reprieve that the people them have. But I'm saying to you, when the whole COVID thing did go on, I know that make Boris Johnson, that's one of the things that them they are ball about. But what the main thing was when the peace deal did go sign in a you me never want to say it because TikTok funny when you start mentioning them something. But when them have a peace, when time in a Turkey, Zelensky and all of them sit down and have a peace deal. Biden sending Boris Johnson to say, yo, yeah, me, nobody take it, and a summit war go on. And that one of it, and it affect the economy of Britain. And at the economy, I think that is the COVID party. Them they are ball about that, and that alone make and even that are the main thing what more the economy. Did I go down because of the war and the oil and all them type of thing there? When oil price go up and everything start go down. But me understand what you say. I agree with you. I agree with you.
Our economy is going down right now.
Depends upon who you ask. But me not get into that. What me I try to say is this. Where we feel now as Jamaica is try to move forward. All right. If the path forward is Marky G. Because look, this is how me have a problem with now with Jamaican people. Me have it on both sides. Me in a JLP, like me in a people who are labor right, like myself then. Me call myself a labor right, come here, whatever. But I'm not, to me, in honestly,
you are.
Honestly, I am not a diehard type of person. Not split the justice. I am not a person when I go split the justice. I'm not gonna be a person with bias. But at the same time,
but you're not split it good.
For the sake of this, never come to labor right. I've been in labor like where
you are.
I mean, I say, listen, me, here, brother. Yes, PNP this and that, but just give them flowers. Give them flowers here, so and here, so and here, so. Right? What I never see when I go to a live when I talk to People's National Party hardliners. PNP no do nothing wrong for them. I not talk specifically caution, but me talk in all. PNP no do nothing wrong for them. No time.
Hi, Dominic.
That's a mash up Jamaica.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Or I should say good night because it's night where I am. Dominic, I live in London, and I'm going to tell you what caused Labour to win the other day, like on the whole. So it all started from Brexit. Though Boris Johnson was not leading the country at that point, because the country almost got divided, like Ireland, Wales, like Scotland has some parts of London have their own parliament. They don't follow, not London, England has their own parliament. So the fact that the country almost got split in half, Great Britain almost got split in half, that was a big issue with Conservative. And then the fact that Boris Johnson locked down the country, and he and certain prime ministers were keeping private parties. That was a major thing, because you've locked down the country and you're allowed to keep parties while we have to stay at home during COVID. So that was the reason why he stepped down and had to resign. The thing is, I didn't hear all of the conversations. So I live in London, so I'm not going to speak on all of the things that's going on in Jamaica, but there is a big difference between the laws in America, the laws in the United Kingdom and Europe, and the laws in Jamaica. I agree that politicians back home do not follow rules and regulations, just like they said that no one can give Andrew a ticket. I agree with that. But here, the laws are the laws. It doesn't matter what power, who you are. If look at what's going on with the royal family, the monarch, yeah, they've hidden Prince Charles's brother Andrew because of certain things that come with him. Do you understand? So they protect the monarch, but the reason why I'm saying this to you is that law stands in this country. If you break the law, then you have to take the responsibilities for your action. In Jamaica, people with power and money take advantage because they know that they have connections and links and can get certain things done. It's just like when you, I scratch your back, you scratch my back type of things. There's a lot of things that are hidden going on that the whole of Jamaica don't know about. It's like, I promise you this, you do this for me. And that's how Jamaica operates, and it's completely wrong. Like, if you're here where I am, and like Boris did, he had to step down again, just like what's his name, the first Conservative Party leader, Cameron had to step down because you literally almost broke the whole of Great Britain up with the mistakes that you made. He had to step down. Tony Blair again, he had to step down. Though he was one of the best prime ministers, he still had to step down. And then you get Tony Blair got positioned in Europe, So I just want to let you know that the law is completely different when you're on Jamaican soil. Like, they take fully advantage of poor people and working class people, and it's completely wrong.
Okay, so a quick question for you. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you this, right? Let's say in Great Britain, right? We have a Jamaican diaspora in Great Britain, right?
Repeat, sorry.
We have a Jamaican diaspora in Great Britain, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask you this. For the Jamaican diaspora and the immigrants there, right? How are they treated as opposed to British citizens?
So I wasn't born here. I was born in Jamaica, and so I can speak on this. I mean, if you're illegally here and you
not illegally, just you're there, you're a immigrant, whether you have a passport or not, you're an immigrant, you're a Jamaican, wherever you come from.
You don't have the rights to work unless you do the right things to work. You don't have a right to public funding. You don't have a right to the resources that a British citizen like myself will have. You're not going to have those rights because you're not paying any taxes. You're not here. Now, if you're classed as a refugee, and I work with those type of people for the Home Office, then if you asylum seek him and come as a refugee, then yeah, you're in danger. You have all rights. They're going to welcome you and give you what you need to support you until your paperwork is sorted.
Yeah, but I'm not. What I'm saying is, okay. So there was this article that I read, right, saying that people who come into the country, they're basically treating them differently and asking them to leave because they're taking up resources that British citizens are losing. For example, you have that. What do you call the healthcare system there?
Right.
What's the name of the healthcare system?
The NHS.
NHS, right? And so they were. What I'm getting at is this. Let me just get to the point.
Yeah.
Certain people are treated differently in each society, whether it's Black people in America, whether it's immigrants in Europe, whether it's whatever, right? That's just how it is. Now, on a micro level, that is how it is in any country. You go to Africa, all around, the people who are running shit, they are held to a different standard. So yes, Rishi Sunak and all these guys were politically strong-armed out because of people wanting to get power. Yes, they did things wrong and everything, but it's not necessarily because the people outcried. It was just because their own party pushed them out to put someone else in there new.
Okay,
That's what I see. So what I'm saying in Jamaica is that the Jamaican system is the same. Now, according to what we're saying is that this government right now is corrupt in Jamaica, 100%. I agree. But what I'm saying is people are acting as if the new government that's going to come in is going to be perfect. And you know what's going to happen if this new government comes in?
Hold on.
How do you know that?
Hold on.
Let me finish.
Remember, you're the one who said that you would rather work with the
You are the one that's saying that, not us. We never say imperfect.
No, Dominic, you cannot go.
Do you know what? All right. Let me.
Dominic will never say imperfect.
When Dominic is gone, I will come back later.
Dominic, you don't need to finish. You cannot talk, stand up and talk.
All right, Dominic,
right?
I'm gonna
hold
say
on,
this.
Hold on there, sister. You don't have a crystal ball, right? And I said to you here earlier that Mark Golding has never been in government. He has never farmed the government.
He has been in government.
He's never lead the government, right? He has never been a prime minister, right? So how is it that you're making that assumption?
Okay.
Right? I'm making the assumption. Let me listen. May I make the assumption in this way? He has been in government. And I'm not saying that he is.
He has
I'm
been
not
a
saying
part
that
of
he's
a
going to be
government.
corrupt. You know. I'm not saying that he's going to be corrupt. What I'm saying is that it's as if Mark Golding is the savior and the end all be all of everything. Once him come in, all of the Jamaican problem is over. It is not going to be so. It's the same.
No, it's not going to be that.
Why is Andrew Wallace coming in? Because they used to say him young, me want to change. Now I see him thing. People that say when them voting Andrew Wallace, me want to change. Him young, him this and that. So the same Jamaican people, we have the schizophrenic behavior. Every minute we want to just change government. Listen to me. A government takes about 6 to 8 years for them policies really come into. If you keep changing government like socks, nothing now go done. Nothing now go done.
All right. So Dominic, the 9 year the man get. Come on. A 9 him get. If I that you have to say a 9 him get.
Dominic. Hold on there, sister. You said a government takes 6 to 8 years, right? A man been in power for 9 years now. 9 years now.
With good,
and nothing no go on.
Wish only for good weird.
You're biased, man. You're biased.
Wish who biased?
That's why you're
Dominic, you don't want me to play something right now, so don't tell me I'm bias.
I disagree. All right. So from an outside view, right? From an outside view, because like I said, I don't live in Jamaica. However, I can tell you that right now, right? Though Andrew is the people of Jamaica are frustrated with some of his choices. I'm going to say this, economically, I do think the country's doing a lot better.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
You see it? You see it?
No, it's not.
No,
it's not.
You see it?
No, it's not. Because
I rest my case. I rest my case.
Hold on, sister.
Hold on. Let me hear what she's saying.
She's up on the chopping board now.
I'm gonna tell you, because it's not just me that thinks this. I had a conversation with someone in the States, right? All right, so I can tell you the things that I see that is working. What I see Andrew doing that's working. For example, the criminals, how quickly the Jamaican constable are now catching criminals, right? Now crime rate was on a high, but what I see is Andrew's kind of got that on a lock to a certain level, right? Okay, from all right. So though there's paperwork, hold on.
Make sure just say what she said first now.
This is from an outside perspective. Though there's a lot of no problem. From an outside perspective, I see that criminals are being caught. And though there's people in power that takes advantage, I feel like the crime rate to a certain level and how detectives are doing certain things now in Jamaica is a lot better, right? So I'm gonna give him props for that. All right. On a business kind of level, right? The Jamaica we see now with constructions going on, they may not be fixing the roads and stuff like that, which they should be doing. I agree with that, right? There's a lot of people that are actually working, running businesses, and putting in certain infrastructure in the country that was not being done before. I have an issue with that.
I'm gonna cut the baby girl, but hold on, me give you panel already, and me I go cut you now. Very spirited discussion, but we disagree, but we are one Jamaican same way. Caution, blessings, and honor same way. Love for them on the panel. So just whenever you go live, just share it up and thing, and we there same way. Blessings to all of my fellow Jamaicans same way. You understand? No matter what, we are going to win. If I with Marky G, we are win. God make it go so. If I with Andrew, make it go so. Jamaica must win. That's just me. 100%. So
okay, I'm gonna stop talking. No problem.
All right. No. I'm not talking. Everybody while me go.
In the comment section. I don't do all this negative stuff. I do a conversation.
Right,
and Yeah, and if it's not going to plan, then fine. I will stop talking.
All right. As you said before, may I answer you no. As you said
baby girl, what on there? What on baby? What on the Cosmos? So you say you see in the country where them catch criminals and you did I go say some more things. I'm ready anticipate to
Stop
hear.
talking because this is a discussion, and we're gonna have different views on things, right? And we're gonna disagree and agree at some point, right? I never came here to disrespect anyone, and
No
I
one is disrespecting you.
I don't do negativity. So
No one is disrespecting.
there is people in your comment section being very weird.
So I can't control that. But what may I say with all of what you say? Did the person that you talked to told you that the Prime Minister is under investigation for illicit enrichment?
Yes, on the investigation for not declaring his funds, what he's making.
For 4 years, for almost 4 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do you think that is somebody that is leading the country in an honest way?
No, but all right. This is what I'm gonna say. Like for me, like I don't even know which side I'm from. So do you get what I mean? I'm not gonna say I'm a Labour right or I'm a PNP. Do you get what I'm saying? But for me, what I will say is that in terms of what I see in terms of business wise, he's done a lot for the country. And though he is a bit shady and fraudulent to somewhat degree, because he's not declaring certain things and he's not answering to nobody, he is kind of a cowboy prime minister, if you get what I mean. So I'm not disagreeing with the fact that he's doing some sort of dodgy business, but in terms of how he has managed, I think he has managed and put people in their place. Like, you can't talk certain things and do certain things, and you're going to be court. So in that aspect, I think he's done a good job because criminals are being caught.
Repeat what I just said. You can't talk certain things because we're put in what?
Keeping in your place.
No, what about? So what about? Well, I know, baby girl. So what about his cabinet members that are speaking things out of place? Shouldn't they be put in them place also?
Yeah, they should step down.
So when you have him not saying nothing to them, how is that good governance?
Well, this is a thing. Those are the things that, like, we the people have to try and make change in a peaceful way and continuously work to do that. Now, obviously, he's won the election, right?
Which election? Oh, the one where him calling at the lockdown, when him tell everybody to stay at them yard, and then him call an election and contribute towards the spreading of the virus.
Mm-hmm.
That was a low blow. You know that, right?
Right.
Because you cannot charge me. Well, I know you cannot charge me for not gather. If you find me gather, I get all 500,000, 200,000 fine. But yet still, you call an election in the middle of the pandemic, which will gather people, keep conference meeting and all these kind of things. So you are basically breaking the same protocols that you are setting for me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You have a point.
Right,
so that wasn't a win. That was cheating.
May I ask you a question, right?
Who?
Would you say that the main purpose of the government is to provide, based on the international standard, is to provide shelter, protection, and education?
Right.
That's the main, right? All right,
yeah.
So I ask a question now. What would you call a government that has been in power for 9 years and have not built one school?
Yeah, there's a problem there. That's the problem.
What would you call a government that that make housing, right? The housing market gone out of the hands of the average working man in Jamaica? That's leading the right way? The average salary in Jamaica is $1 million, right? A year.
Yeah.
Right? And the average house in Jamaica is $26 million.
Yeah. Okay, so all right. So he's clearly not leading the way the Jamaican people would like.
Now, when you're talking
right?
about security, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, the security minister has not come up with a plan to fight crime,
Right.
right? And when you're talking about crime in Jamaica has not gone down. What they do, they are not reporting the crime.
Okay.
Right? The murder that is happening in Jamaica, because even where I live, round the corner, when I go around there I hear 3 people dead around us. And I say, wait a minute. And I say, 3 people get murdered around us. So gunman come in and something. One lady, she get 15 shots.
Wow.
And I was like, so how that not depend news? And the man said, yeah, it depend news. It no come on the news, on the national something, but other people something know about it and talk about it. It depend something, right?
So basically, what you're saying is they're hiding a lot of the media coverage in Jamaica. They're not making it public to the rest of the world.
Yes, because what happened, it make it look good, like you're doing something. There's nothing going on, right? And let me tell you this. You said your statement was that you spoke to somebody that live in the state. You say if you want to know what is going on in Jamaica, don't talk to nobody that live in the state. Talk to somebody that live in Jamaica. Someone that is having that live in the experience, the life of Jamaica. Right? When you're talking about a loaf of bread that was $230, and now it's $600.
Wow.
Right?
Is that expensive for a loaf of bread?
What?
Is that expensive for a loaf of bread?
Yes, because somebody's working $300 an hour, so they have to work 2 hours to buy 1 loaf of bread.
That's crazy. Yeah, I get your point now. That's crazy.
Yeah, right? When you're talking about a pound of oxtail that is selling for $1,200, you have to work 4 hours to buy 1 pound of oxtail.
Oxtail on the whole. Hold on. Oxtail on the whole. You can't even make a reference to oxtail because oxtail on the whole.
How much a pound for oxtail in England?
May I ask
to get a good pot of oxtail is
no.
Hold on, listen. I'm telling you.
Hold on. I asked you, how much for a pound of oxtail in England?
No, we don't do pounds. So I'm gonna tell you, for a good sized pot of oxtail that can feed, let's say, 6 people, you're spending £20.
20 pounds, right?
Yes.
How much an hour you working in England?
Who, me? I work 5 hours a day.
Nah, actually, how much an hour you work?
Oh, I can't tell you that. That's my personal business.
No, it's just random.
No. All right, what is the minimum wage? What is the minimum wage per hour?
I can tell you the minimum wage. The minimum wage is £11, 30 something.
Okay,
let's just say £11.50. That's minimum wage.
All right. So let's break down this now, right? So for a family of 6, you say that 20 pounds could give you oxtail for 6 people, right?
Yeah.
So to feed a family of 6, you have to work 2 hours to feed a family for 6, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Right? So you said, so I have my wife and 4 picnic. So I have to work 2 hours to buy enough oxtail so that we can have a good Sunday
dinner. Yeah.
Correct, right? But in Jamaica, right, 2 pounds of oxtail cannot feed a family of 6. Right?
Yeah.
Remember, I have to work 4 hours to buy a pound of oxtail.
Right? Hold on, because me have to try. You gotta pray as a fast, because we say she want to ask something.
Yeah, my comment. So in order for me to feed a family of 6, right, I would have to work. Remember I said you have to work 4 hours to buy 1 pound.
Yeah.
So I would have to work 16 hours
to buy that. Yeah.
To buy something. So basically I have to work 2 days to feed my family.
No, I know that food has gone up
okay, so that's
extremely high in Jamaica.
Good governance.
Yeah. I see your point.
Okay.
You've raised a good point.
Please.
Thank you for breaking it down.
I don't even remember what I wanted to ask her, but when was the last time you've been to Jamaica?
Like a long time.
2018, I came down twice.
That's 6 years ago.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yes. I heard you speaking about the Prime Minister and how about him doing did you say he was doing a good job? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Based on what?
2000. Somebody in the
Well,
States, LR.
Well, no, it's not just somebody in the States. Like, obviously, there's media. You're gonna watch the media and see certain things. So, like you said, it's not somebody back home. Like he just explained to me and broke it down and made me see the point. I understand his views now. But from a media perspective and what you're seeing online, it will perceive or look as though Andrew is doing a good job. Do you get it?
So you're basing your analyst on the media, from what you see on the media.
What I read, yes.
You're not actually on the ground.
No, I'm not on the ground. That's what I said. I live in London.
And she don't have nobody that's on the ground telling her. She have people in the
But he
street.
just broke it down, so I understand his perspective, the way he's broken it down.
Well, it's almost 9 years, or 9 years going on 10 years since he's been in power, and I don't think he deserves a third term. Even now, we are concerned about his enrichment. Enrichment. Yeah. So that is if he was in England, he would have to resign.
Yeah, he would have had to resign, definitely.
Yeah.
He would have had
So
to
even
resign.
if he would say that he was doing good,
Yeah.
all along, and he did that, that alone he should have been gone.
Yeah,
But
no,
Wiz,
he would have had to step down if he's doing
Wiz,
anything dodgy.
my
Would have
question to her is that why in England you would want him to step back down, but in Jamaica you want him to continue?
No, I never said that he should continue. I never said that, not once.
No, but you came on first and saying that he was doing a good job.
Listen, when I spoke, I spoke on what I see and what I hear and the conversations I had. I never once said he should not step down. I never once said that, and I would like somebody to clarify that I did not say that.
Yeah, that's true. She never
Thank
said
you
that.
very
That's
much.
true. That's true. She did not say that.
Thank
but
you.
the problem is because the news media are deal with things the wrong way. A lot of people overseas do when they come here for a long while is having wrongfully thinking. You understand? And that's what the media should stop do. We in Jamaica, yeah, we know say him now do no good job.
Exactly. I live overseas,
good night.
and I'm a born Jamaican. I'm in Jamaica now, and I know he's not doing a damn good job, and he needs to go.
Good night, folks.
So let me ask.
Can I jump in and ask one question?
Somebody was talking.
Go ahead.
No, just for clarity and context, from Trinidad, been to Jamaica many times. You make a comparison of what a loaf of bread was before Andrew Holness. $200 and something for a loaf. What was the minimum wage then?
$600, $6,000
per hour. What was the minimum wage per hour?
Seven.
Yeah, something like that. I remember. Yeah.
No, what was the per hour rate?
Yeah.
You make a comparison of $300 now, and a loaf of bread is $600. What was the minimum wage then for the $300 loaf of bread? Or
for the $300 loaf of bread, I think it was 12,000.
No,
man.
You made a per hour rate.
How long now? Remember when bread raised, you know? Remember how long now bread raised?
You see, and here why I ask the question. I'm neither for or against. But when I hear forums like this and one bashing the next, and one saying this about that one, and this one saying that about that one. But you're talking about two separate times. The country is different now. The world economy has changed. From my understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong here, minimum wage or salary increase has gone up by how much percent since this administration?
100 and something percent.
Okay, so 100 and something percent. Bread has gone up 100%. So
No,
that if you
bread went up
go on
400%, almost 200%.
a sandwich loaf is now like 550, 500, depends on where you go.
No, it's
those special.
At the shop is $600. If you're comparing the price at the shop, is $600. If you go to the supermarket, it's a different price. It's cheaper.
Okay.
So we're basically using where most people shop.
Okay.
Using price analogy from places, because in total, in
Gotcha.
total, hold
Yeah,
on,
the
in
neighborhood
total,
shops is always a few cents,
Yeah.
which we understand that.
Right.
But what I'm asking is, when you're using comparison from then to now, based on what you were making then, compared to what you were paying then, based on what you're making now, based on what you're paying now, and when you look at it, what is the factual difference?
Okay, all right. Say so if you check it out, the hourly rate at that time, which the minimum wage was what 6,000 or something dollars. I don't remember. But if you check it at 6,000, the hourly rate would be $1.50. $150. Right?
Okay, so back then you still
Maybe
had
an hour
over
and a
2
half
hours.
hour and a half would give you a loaf of bread.
Well, you don't get paid for half hour, but so 2 hours would more or less give you a. Come on, nobody check labor rate as half hour.
No, all I know. What we're looking at is say that look, if you're looking at the cost of goods and you're comparing it, then right, you would say that hour and a half would give you a loaf of bread compared to now there's 2 hours to give you a loaf of bread. Right? So what the whole point of trying to show you, is that the volume of the inflation that the government allowed to take place.
Yeah, but if you take it into context of global market is every country around the world prices have increased.
Yeah, but I'm saying
if you ask the lady, if you ask the lady in England, if you ask the price of what oxtail was 6 years ago.
All right, JR.
Hold on there.
All right, JR and JR and a Percy, all right? Every country around the world has a price increase in food, but not drastically where it go over like 100% in like less than 10 years.
No, it is drastic because hair food
all right,
has
so
risen.
for example, all right.
Listen,
wait, no. This what me have to say to you. This is the reason why I don't compare Jamaica with overseas, because I am let's say I am a professional plumber, right? You understand that if I go, JR, if I go to America right now or England, wouldn't I make a lot of money?
Exchange rate. Yeah, but
listen. Hold on, JR. Wouldn't I make a lot of money as a plumber, a certified plumber, professional in England right now?
Well, the person from England will be able to give you the exact numbers what that is.
Well, all right, I can tell you this. That's a very expensive job in England. So in Jamaica, you know how much plumber get per day? You know how much a plumber get per day?
No, I can actually tell you if it's a normal. Go how much? How much?
No, in Jamaica it's just $5,000 per day. The rate $5,000 Jamaican. That would be equivalent to how much pound now? Divided by 2 bills, 200 in a that. I give you less than
20 pounds.
Per day.
So
and you know that.
All right, because I've been in the construction field, so I can actually tell you as well.
Exactly.
So yes,
no, me know.
Yeah,
me know this, and this is the point when I try to get towards now. A person that is a plumber in Jamaica against a person that is a plumber overseas will survive better in England than Jamaica, and that is a fact. So don't compare the food prices. What real? We need to compare the salary. Then no one know. So well, then listen. Take it out of our mind. We say we could compare England with Jamaica price, because in England I would make $100,000 in a week. You understand what I say? I probably even less than that. And in Jamaica, what mean no?
Can I add something to that?
I would probably make
something to that as well. Can I add something to that? I live in Canada, okay, and yes, inflation everywhere. But you know what the difference is? You get incentives in Canada, okay? Every 3 months you get your GST, right? They take GST taxes from when you spend, but you get it back. You get some of it back every 3 months. Plus you get carbon tax money, so you get incentives. in the Jamaica, you can't compare. We don't get anything in Jamaica.
Right. Yeah. No, I
Absolutely
understand
nothing.
that.
So
but
there's no
wanted-
comparison.
I just wanted to correct him on that. Yes, you probably have a better chance. Yes, in a foreign country like the UK and the US and Canada. However, there's inflation everywhere.
Yeah,
And if you're making 100K, you're getting taxed 40% to 50% of your money. So you, in theory, you're making 100K, but really you're making 50K a year.
Yeah, but you're
60K a year.
still able to live. You're still able to live and live a good life.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I just wanted to just
even
tell
if
you
you
that.
earn it, hold on, even if you earn $100,000, you pay 50 something, you still can pay a mortgage out of that.
Mm-hmm.
You still
Correct.
can live. You still can live out of it. But in Jamaica, we're talking about when you work and you're not able, as I said to
feed your family. I understand you. I do get your point.
in Jamaica is $1 million a year, but the
Yeah.
average house in Jamaica is selling for $26 million.
Yeah.
How much is an NSG house then sells for?
There's no more NSG.
Crazy. It's really sad though, but they should do better. Like they should do better.
There's no NSG
That's
houses.
what we're talking about.
Yeah,
So what?
whoever's coming next needs
There's
to do
no
way better.
more NSG houses building at the present
No,
moment.
the housing market is privately controlled now.
Mm-hmm.
There's no more.
And you see the thing. You see the
There's
thing
no
is,
more what?
You said crime is down. You say crime is
somebody
down,
just said there's
as
no more
according
what?
to what you would have said.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not talking. But what may I say is that you said crime is down, and since year, right, we have seen an increase.
Crime is down, and since year, right, we have seen an caution. Remember, say Cosmo break it down to her, make she know say what she has see is not what is going on,
Right.
because crime not down, crime sky
Yeah,
high.
but me just make sure know now that before you never have 5 people losing them life. So cause even since night as we speak, 6 people shot and injured in Waltham and 5 feared lose them life. These things, these numbers were never before, and we realize that
Yes,
now
but you know, that's something I don't really endorse nowhere in the world, because
Nowhere
bro,
safe.
I live in a lot of Caribbean countries.
Listen,
I live
well,
in
I know,
America.
Gretchen. Well, I know. The thing about it is, what me I try to say is that even though them say the numbers are down, we have more serious, like mass shooting going on right now in the country. Even though them are suppressed numbers, and I will work with what them say, because me can go prove the other numbers, because me no walk around and I collect nobody will lose them life. But me I go use for them numbers. But we have an increase in mass shooting, which I think that is a national concern. That you can just be at a party or any event and somebody just come and just decide, say, listen, we're going to just spray. Before them thing they never used to happen.
My question to people is this, and bro, I all for smashing the government when the government do shit anyway. Right? Everybody's entitled to the opinion. Everybody have a plaster for a sore. But the facts of the matter of this, and I just tell people this, because even in my country, the murder rate is ridiculous. But really and truly, can we
Murder rate is like that everywhere.
Which country is that?
No.
I'm Trinidadian.
No, go ahead.
Trinidad, pick up the accent. Yeah, if you didn't pick up the accent.
Okay, wonderful.
Right? And does the government put guns in people's hands and tell them go shoot? Bro, we as black people just now, we as black brothers, we need to stop blaming the government for everything. And we do not blame our own kind for the foolishness and the perpetual idioticness. Bro, a man mashing a party and you want to shoot him for that. But you know what's ironic with that same thing? A white man will mash and you say, sorry, you telling them sorry, and they mash you. I've seen it time and time again.
But JR, you see, me follow your politics too, you know, and the same thing will happen in Jamaica happened there, because remember that there was a guy, the commissioner, that offered the government a crime plan to try to curb the crime and he rejected it. The same thing happened in Jamaica where the opposition leader offered the government a crime plan and they also rejected it. So
Yeah, but
me no
when
really
the
want to get
opposition,
into Trinidad.
when the opposition was in power, what they did about crime?
Who, my government?
No, your opposition.
Well, at one point we had crime down to 105.
When I remember some years ago, the Montego Bay had literally turned into a war zone. Who was in power at that time?
When was that?
Well, I can't remember which
year was that?
Yeah, they were literally.
What year? What year was that?
No, probably not. No, but it's the same
some good years ago. This is a few years ago. This is probably what 2016, 15, 17, somewhere around there.
You know what I don't like?
It can't be that time. It can't be that
But I
time.
know there was a.
You know what I don't like? I don't like when.
No, it cannot be that time.
You know what I don't like? I do not like when a government come into power. Yeah? They say the other government didn't do a good job and they have the answer. Hold on a second.
Politics. Any politician would say the same thing about
okay, so are you saying that we must not talk about it? We have to talk about it.
I'm not saying not to talk about it, darling. What I'm saying is forums like this, you have the community is going into a spiral and really missing the fundamental points. Because at the end of the day, we are the ones putting them in power. And if you want systematic change, you have to now understand that system, the logistics, how it works, and what you need to do to affect change. Because when you just complain, just now, every country you go, you have a systemic this party they have the people will defend them and vice versa. But at the end of the day, there's a few sensible people around. And if you want to affect change, there's certain policies that literally you need, but you can't force them to change by not being part of it.
But if you check certain things, there is facts there that he do not do a good job. Everything that he's doing now is what he inherits from Portia Simpson Miller.
I want to ask him something.
We can send you a video that is facts.
Hold on. Are we doing something wrong with this platform?
No, I'm not saying doing something wrong. All I'm saying is, so you were, and this is no. I'm into business, so I have an analytical mind, and my thing is, I solve problems. And if you have a problem, what do you need to do to fix the problem? So all I'm saying is, when you
to solve it, and that's
correct.
what we're doing.
So that's what we are doing. That's what we are doing by calling for a change of government. That's what we're doing, solving the problem. So what's wrong with what we're doing different from?
All right, no.
No,
we know you mentioned.
I think you missed my point. At the end of the day, bro, I am not for or against who is in power.
No, but hold on,
All I'm saying is, just now, when you have forums like this, and we having you were making a comparison with the young lady in England. So for my clarity, I just asked, when you were paying this price, what was the minimum wage then? Because for me to have an understanding or justification of what you were telling me, and I'm listening to you, is so my mind start asking me, okay, if they were doing a bad job or they're not doing a good job, what was it then? Was it better then? Was it the last administration doing a better job at managing the economy?
Yes.
Although it seems that the economy is thriving, you have more this, you have more that. So for me, understanding, because I'm just like her, I'm on the outside looking in, hearing, seeing. I'm not seeing and hearing everything. Yeah. So it's just for me to have a clearer picture. That's all. And
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So, correct.
We're not wrong with that, so because we are all Caribbean brothers and sisters. So not wrong if you have a concern about what going on in Jamaica. Just like how me can explain to you and tell you about Trinidad, because me follow the Caribbean news very much as how me follow my country news. Yeah. understand that I could have see what go on in Trinidad, and I never been to Trinidad.
Right. But even
But
to give a little context and clarification of what you were talking about, the guy who gave the action plan, which is Gary Griffith, he's an ex-commissioner. But again, police can be politicians and politicians can be police. And his mistake was he got a job, he started doing an okay job, but he got it. You cannot win that fight. You see, a lot of times we just look and talk about politicians, but at the end of the day, we have to look beyond the politicians, because by no stretch of imagination, country. And if you believe that, bro, I'm just here to tell you, wake up.
Facts. America is running Jamaica secretly.
America is running a lot of places secretly, but outside of America, having influence and affluence in all Caribbean countries.
Yeah.
Because, bro, at the end of the day, we don't own our destiny. And once you're not in control of your financial situation, you're not in control. And this is what I mean by that. No Caribbean country could send money to another Caribbean country without.
No, but you see the thing about this, JR. You see, back then in the 50s, right? Because I think we and Trinidad actually get independence practically at the same time. And when Jamaica wanted to gain independence as a federation, because remember back then it was a federation, the West Indies Federation. So all Caribbean countries wanted to come together. Well, at the time you had the chief minister here wanted all of us to go independent at once. Can you tell me the country that was relentless in making that decision?
But Jamaica is the one that pulled out of the federation, and my prime minister said it's 1 from 10 to 0.
So JR, didn't you know in your history that Trinidad was a country that didn't agree with the whole federation? Trinidad was the one that actually stalled the whole thing of going republic with as a federation. Go and check your history.
I cannot speak to it because I'm not versed or I don't have the information. What I do know is that when Jamaica pulled out, that was like more or less a famous thing till one of the Californians is the over that. 1 from 0 is 10.
I think that the best option at the time was to all of us to pull out as a federation and just stick together and work together. I think that was the best option at the time. And funny enough, JR, I give you a synopsis now of which government that pulled out of the federation. I bet you could tell me.
But Jamaica is not the one that pulled out?
Yeah, but may I say, you know which government pulled out of the federation?
The JLP.
The same government where we are bash right now.
The ruling party, the party, okay.
The one that is in power right now, Jamaica Labour Party. And that is where I found that Jamaica Labour Party made a big mistake to Jamaica, and not only Jamaica, but our Caribbean brothers and sisters. They were thinking very selfish and very immature, and it cost us and the Caribbean islands dearly. Other Caribbean
to
islands,
break off, them don't respect right now.
But even fast forward, you have CARICOM, and at the end of the day, what does CARICOM actually achieve? More than a bunch of politicians flying around the Caribbean and eating fancy food and talking. One of the front runners of the Caribbean who was making a lot of waves is Barbados, Mayor Motley.
No, but JR, we would both agree that CARICOM was built, was put in place by the PNP to try to, not really put in place, but them come together and decide, so, all right, since we could get the federation, let us try CARICOM to try bring the Caribbean islands together. But listen, at the end of the day, a lot of people are still upset about the decision that Jamaica made. So you still gonna have that rift and that kind of feeling between a lot of other countries, Barbados, Trinidad, St. Kitts, Nevis, all of them little countries there. Them still carry them little feelings, Grenada, they all do.
Yeah, and I understand, because even when you look at, but again,
Caribbean already divided though, Caution. I'm back in
Always, because
divided.
look at a simple thing. You have the Eastern Caribbean countries, right? Where's the OECS? The OECS is the ones that still using EC currency, and they have one central bank governing all of them. And they tried to do something the other day, and they can't even agree amongst themselves. You know why they can't agree amongst themselves? Because everybody's looking at the big picture burden. Who is going to bear the brunt of the burden from a financial aspect, holding up your economy? And this one complaining about that not working. This one every year they're in a deficit. And what we doing? For Cricket World Cup to come to the Caribbean, you remember that? Trinidad was paying for all the English expats that was throughout the whole Caribbean. Trinidad was footing that bill. What Patrick Manning was trying to do, he was deemed the godfather of the Caribbean, the second one, and he got ousted and killed for the goals that he was trying to accomplish. Because if he was able to see through his plan, I think he would have been the first and only one to literally unite the Caribbean.
What is his name again? Tell me about
Patrick Manning. Patrick Manning.
Okay, Patrick Manning. Okay.
He was one of the first ones that stand up to the oligarchies and the big party people, because you have all governments around the Caribbean. They don't own buildings; they rent buildings from the party supporters and the bourgeoisie and the 1% in the country. So they're making money perpetuity. Trinidad and Jamaica were the two industrialized countries of the Caribbean. We were the front runners and the most powerful two islands combined. And what happened to both of us systematically? And bro, it comes back to the same thing. Forget about the level of black. We as blacks need to start to open our eyes and stop fighting each other. Because you know why? And we can do it, you know why? Because I've seen it. And here's why I've seen it. You know, these same politicians that all you're complaining about, all of them in lodge and in organizations that is eat and drink and not glass together and laugh at all you. Me too, because my politicians do it, your politicians do it. Because, bro, I have been in circles and functions with these people, and they all laugh and talk and get along. And when they're in parliament, they're like they're fighting war. When on a platform, they're fighting war. And all of them making their money, all of them making their families better. Because at the end of the day, what they really care about. So when you do find out, and this is just a general statement, when you do find a politician, even if he's doing 10% of giving something back or trying to do something, and that's just my opinion. And an opinion is like assholes, everybody have one. But
I have a question for you.
Sure. Caution. We are running up.
What do you think about this
Junior up
government
here,
in Jamaica?
Big up. You're blessed enough family. And the whole I want to big up on yourself, Cosmo.
What do you think about Andrew Holness and how he's running Jamaica?
What I think about him, this is the question was pointed to me.
Yeah.
Okay, so for me, I don't have all the answers to compare, but from what I am seeing and hearing, he's doing an okay job. In terms of all the different programs for school children, getting I mean, there's a lot of programs, and I think there's more programs now. Correct me if I'm wrong. There's more programs now in terms for the young people to get an education and have a better option for job opportunities than the past probably 20 years. I could be wrong again, but based on what
So JR, what you think about? What you think about Keith Rowley?
Rowley?
What you think about? What you think about Keith? Yeah, Keith Rowley.
You really want me to answer that question?
Yeah, definitely.
He's a blinking. He's an idiot, and I don't particularly.
So hold on now.
Because
wait there. You know, said to me, I can tell you this, JR. You know, said to me, I think that Keith Rowley is a good prime minister.
He probably is, and I think he started to do a good job during the COVID.
He managed crisis. That well. Yeah, he managed that
well. The thing about it is this too. if you were on the ground and seeing the ripple effects and the craziness that was going on, again, nobody gives you the full details.
All right, you see that way you just said? That is why I'm asking about Keith Rowley, you know, because me know say you are gonna have something different to say, you know, because you up on the ground over there, so and me up on the ground out there, so. But look, you know, if me just follow the news when me hear and follow how him talk, would I think say him are the best prime minister of Trinidad?
No, I don't like him. You know why? Because he was instrumental in bringing Patrick.
I just have one more question for you, Junior, and then I'm gonna shut up. I just have one more question, and then I'm gonna shut up. Because I asked you about the Prime Minister. You're aware that the Prime Minister is did not his statutory declaration did not certify?
No, I'm not aware of that. I don't have the full details. I know there was something about 28 accounts, and there was mixed reviews about those 28 accounts because, from what I heard, there were accounts that from since he was a child, his parents' accounts, and there was how much different accounts and whatever.
So you believe a
based on what the commissioner, and that's the thing, based on what the report said, they found nothing. What was the word they used?
Independent.
Shush, I can't remember the word, but they use a word. But what you see, that's the thing. When you have these professionals giving you reports and giving certain statements, they leave a lot of things open-ended, so anybody can interpret it and swing it 99 different ways.
Yeah, me like what you just said.
So when you hear a lot of people talking, there's sometimes a lot of people they talk and they use a bunch of fancy words when they could have said, "Hey, we found nothing."
People.
But with all the fancy words now,
JR, the fancy words I see right now. Let me give you a little history, a little thing about the Jamaica justice system and judiciary and prosecution system. There is this lady,
all right, talk about that, please.
Yeah, there is this lady. What her name is? Two of them. You have Kamika Prince and you have one that is called Paula Lewin. The thing is that now these two persons are politically aligned because Kamika Prince, when she was installed the other day, they gave her a probation. And you know, when you get a probation, if you don't follow certain rules and protocols and following certain lines, you won't get the actual work. Am I wrong? Am I right?
Yeah,
so I end up realizing that she got the work, and then now, upon she got in the work, there was a case before that the Prime Minister should have gotten charged, and she ruled that there's no charge. She come back again now, and she said there is not enough evidence to be charge him, which in okay, that is her opinion. So what I think the IC did now was turn it over to the FID, and the lady when named Paula Lewin is not the DPP now because she did go through some bully political rare. So when they turn it over to the FID, it's not an internal matter, no, it's an external matter. So this now would then channel go through the DPP. So if we get a different DPP, we then get a different result, and not somebody who is partisan. You understand? Because legally, the Prime Minister should have gotten charged. Yes, the Prime Minister should have gotten charged, but we have two set of people that are siding with the Prime Minister. So whenever them see any evidence come, them have a rule say no criminal charge.
So what position does this lady hold that you're talking about?
All right, you have one that is the Director of Public Prosecution, and the one that is in the Inter-Commission is Director of Corruption Prosecution and Director of Public Corruption, something like so. But the two of them work together, but one works with the Integrity Commission and one works with the wider aspects of Jamaica. So she only make rulings on public sector workers and the parliamentarians. Within the other one make rulings on any case in a Jamaica itself.
All right.
So basically, what they do is them take it out of fear and now and put it out in the public. It got through the public. That is the reason why now the Prime Minister is trying to get a judicial review to strike out the findings that these people have found, because there are two charges that can land on the Prime Minister's desk: money laundering or tax evasion.
Mr. JR, earlier you said politician cannot be police and police cannot be politician. So if you're following up Jamaica right now, what do you think is happening in Jamaica?
I'm not following Jamaica to that extent, you know.
No, what I'm saying is you said earlier politician can be police and police can be politician. So if you're seeing what's going on in Jamaica, then me know why you say follow. What do you think is happening if you're looking in Jamaica right now? Because obviously you're looking.
From the aspect of what's going on directly with the Prime Minister and the money law, well, his financials, like I said, when I heard the report was being read, and at the end of the day, what was divulged about the report from the commission, that they didn't find anything of any substance to substantiate any further follow through. So from that aspect, I stopped paying attention to that. That's just me.
What I'm saying is, you said earlier about the question about your country with the ex-police that was trying to give the current prime minister what's happening in the country. Listen,
the ex-commissioner.
Jamaica is going down. Jamaica is going down because of anytime the politician, the leader of the country, turn over the country into the police hands, then you're going to have a high crime rate. And you're going to have a whole bag of problems going on in the country. And it happened when Edward Siaga was running the country. And it happened when Andrew was running the country. When Bruce Golden come along, Bruce Golden regulate the police them and keep them at bay. Them and them around the country. Then can go jail and all of these things. And then get rid of Bruce Golden so fast. No, Andrew Hollis is there now. And then take the country and put in a police them on. How you think crime are going to solve? When a police take off his uniform, what did he become when he take off his uniform?
No,
he becomes a civilian with a gun. He becomes a civilian with a gun, right? He cannot be identified as a police. Listen, he cannot be identified as a police without his uniform. He's amongst the public now, and he has a gun. So, our crime is going so high. I went to Jamaica 2 times this year, and 2 police pulled me over in a dark. I was driving me alone. I was driving a rental. Didn't know that one of the backlight was because the same day I go to Jamaica, I get the car. And I get the car from a next police guy, which is my friend. And when they pulled me over, you know, the police said to me, wind down the 4 window and turn on your roof light, and I did that. Then he walk around the car and he come back and said, your roof, one of your backlight out. So I jump out the car to go around to look, and the man stick me up with the M16. Who told me to come out of the car? I say, you know, so when I'm backlight out, so now I'm going to look. I say, officer, I just come from flying from Cayman, come to Jamaica today. So I never know say car backlight crack or break or whatever. So I say, why reason I stop? He said, when your backlight out. I say, officer, I ask you again. Why reason I stop? Why you pull me over? When your backlight out. I say, officer, I reverse come up here, sir, and I come forward to you. Which one is it? Because you can't stop me because when I'm backlight out, I'm never reverse come up, so I drive forward, come 2 person. So how you going to stop me and tell me when you stop me because when I'm backlight out? You can't see 3 car. Him start to be aggressive. Then pull me over again one other day, and then want to beat me up because them say, and one on the 4 window ask if anybody is like here. So I say, officer, you're blind, you see 4 window window. So these are the things that I try to show you now. Police is abusing the people in the country just because of America is running Jamaica. And everybody see clear about them for every talk. And this is what they're doing. They're manipulating the people. Look how much kids half of Jamaica school system right now. They put them in their road to send themselves to school. And they have 2 parents. But look what they do to the parents them. Why the parents them can't have anything. First thing, you buy a car. Taxpayer pay money for build infrastructure in our country. Build roads and all different infrastructure. You buy a car and you have to pay government to drive your car up on the road, or you pay for bill already. So all of these things is crap. What if things are going? Jamaica Labour Party, if they win again, everybody that Jamaica can pack up and run because I'm sorry for them down at that. I mean, I tell you straight. it's going to be wicked. It's going to be wicked against the people. Because you can't have people out there looking at honest bread and you treat everybody like criminal. A man who didn't carrot, I push 20 pound of carrot, 10 pound of yam, and 14 pound of onion and some other things. And you mash up him carrot, can't go lock him up. And all goods plus in carrot, value 100,000. And then you charge him 300,000 for violation. If he can't find $100,000 to survive, how much pay 300,000 for violation?
Hold on, Juba.
Well, and get Junior talk after this. They can't do up along, you know.
Yeah, but man, I just.
Yeah, make him talk.
Juba.
No, man, get Junior talk, man. Let me hear what I say, man. It's a long time.
Pertaining to what Juba said, no, I just, right? Yeah, $100,000 way off on the carrot in a Juba. He could have borrow it. He might pay a loan fee, you know.
Okay.
We don't know what kind of calculator government I use. We don't know what kind of calculator government I use. But boy, I tell them, they need to fix themselves, brother. You can't mash up. Look, you can't treat everybody like criminal. And more I know how you are treat everybody like criminal. The man out there looking honest, brother, he's a criminal too. And the man who do criminal work, he's a criminal. Oh, everybody a criminal. Oh, that.
Oh, bro, that's a universal thing. Even here in Trinidad, we have the same thing where you have vendors sell it, and the police just come and do them the same thing. Break down the thing, pack them up in a paddy wagon.
There's a gentleman up top by the name of Junior. I think he wants to say something. There's somebody by the name of Junior.
Junior and common sense. We could hear what them have to say.
As that gentleman just said, that going in every country, that they card and the sellers there, the police do that. Even in Jamaica, when the team power to.
Can't hear what you're saying. Fix up your mic.
I said this. When it's in Trinidad, it's the same thing that happens. The market people is the same way. In Jamaica, when the PNP in here, it's the same thing. So don't say it's when JLP alone that happened. You're comparing the pound and the much work. When a pound is a pound, you know, in there, you know, you cannot compare the pound back into Jamaica, how much it works. You have to compare how much it's in the country. It is 20 pounds, you cannot compare the 20 pounds back to Jamaican money back.
No, what we were comparing, right, is that you can work in England, even though things might be hard, but you can work in England and survive. Now we are showing you that the level that Jamaican going through, that work in Jamaica, how hard it is. It is harder to survive in Jamaica. That's what we're doing the comparison for.
And I heard you said, but you have to work 2 days to buy oxtail for people. No, you cannot say that neither.
Why?
To buy oxtail, by a sick person, 2 days
Yes.
to work. No.
Junior,
Yeah.
how much a pound for oxtail in Jamaica?
It's various prices, not accessible. You can get it at 1,000, 1,100, 1,200.
The cheapest
Yes.
oxtail in Jamaica is
Don't tell me
$1,200.
that. You cannot make it's all of different prices. You don't have one price. All around you have a different prices.
Junior, master, meat is the one that imports meat into the country, right? That's what they do. They import meat in the country. And when you go to film store, you get oxtail at $1,200 a pound. Other wheat.
I can answer a question for you, man.
What I know?
Let me answer a question for Jonah. Let me answer a question for Jonah, quick.
One.
Let me answer a question for Jonah, quick. Jonah, all right. Go Canada, England, America, anywhere around the world.
Neutral country.
And yeah, go anywhere around the world. And then
Jamaica.
you have family at Jamaica. Well, I know you have family at Jamaica. And see if them people receive barrel and them think they're from foreign country back to Jamaica. All right. Check out them same Jamaican the way people send barrel Congi every year, every 6 months or every year. And see if them are send any barrel go back up a foreign. Them can't send nothing go back up. So no stop with the what can so find their foreign they can survive. They are Jamaica hard to survive. It's simple as that. It is simple as that.
Don't say that.
It's simple as that. Nobody now pat nobody no close and go foreign go get nobody. Nobody now pat nobody no food and go foreign go get nobody. Them think that only cut out the foolish. They don't start
about food. Price is high up there. It's not Jamaica price is high up there.
not talking about that, Junior. We're talking that even though food price is high in America, when you compare it to a salary, you can survive. While we're talking about in Jamaica, how the food price is high and compare it hard.
And that is the reason why a man can still pack a barrel and sell it to Jamaica in family.
Exactly.
And you're in Jamaica and you say money is, and you say the money is the money, but you can't pack nothing saying go give about your foreign.
Can I say something? Can I say something, buddy?
Go on.
Let me hear what you say.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Carson, I was here listening to you say, make the comparison with, the plumber money and what work out for England and so forth. But to give you a perspective, right? I'm in Florida, right? The minimum wage is in Florida. Most people will pay $15 and people get less too. They want to get out $12. But take it at the higher $15, right? If you multiply that $15 an hour times 160 hours for the month, that person would make $2,400. You following me? Of that $2,400, you have to pay Social Security out of it and all the other deduction. You lose 30% of that money. So if you minus that 30% out of that money, you're going to end up at $1,680. If you need to rent a room in someone's house, let's say you're a single person, right? And you need to rent a room in someone's house.
Does a person pay minimum wage in America get pension?
Before we go, yeah, man, but let me finish.
So I ask me the question. Ask me the question.
No, let me finish the point I was trying.
No, I know the point where you go, but we need to clarify the difference. This is the reason why I tell you, say, cannot compare America with Jamaica, because people will get minimum wage in Jamaica, a straight cash, them getting a pension and that for them.
But
so that is a good thing.
Tell the man to stop compare.
That is a very good thing.
Can't compare and win.
What I'm trying to say though, you were doing the comparison with England and Jamaica.
No, I am telling them there's no comparison because it's different. Let's talk about Jamaica. You cannot compare England and America and Canada with Jamaica.
So why people choose to stick with the minimum wage in England, America, or Canada than to stick with it in Jamaica? Why people stick with it in overseas more than Jamaica?
Give me a chance to make a point. There's a point more I'm making.
Come back to work out more.
Let me make the point I'm making. So that person who's making that minimum wage, let's say you want a room. You're gonna rent a room in someone else, right? You have to pay between $1,100 and $1,200. So that minimum wage worker now after you pay the $1,200, you know how much them have left? $480. And this is a real life in America. So the $480 now, they have to go buy food. If them do own a car, they have to pay car insurance or bus fare and everything, right? It can't do. So what them minimum wage have to do now, they have to pick up another job. They have some money to survive.
Listen, common sense. We really don't want to talk about America. We really don't want to talk about America because number one, a lot of people are leaving Jamaica to go to America and it's for a better life. So let us just cut the nonsense and stop talking about America and talk about our country.
England, we don't want to hear about that, brother.
We in our country can keep people back in our country to work and make a life for them own. That is what we are talking about.
So common sense. Good lad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you a question. So you think that you're doing good governance, right? When you come into a system, right, and you see a system that was making people ready to leave Jamaica to go overseas, and instead of come in and make it better, you make it harder for that person. So you think that's good governance?
Oh, you mean if they make the system harder to migrate? That's what you're saying?
No, make it harder for you to survive in your country.
Oh, harder to survive?
Yes.
Oh.
You think that's good governance?
Yeah, but minimum wages in Jamaica has always been a problem, you know. There's never,
no, I didn't ask you that. I asked you a question. I asked you a question. I said, if you come in as government, the government, and you see a situation that is making it hard for the people of that country to survive, right? I'm asking you think it's good governance that you come in and make it harder?
To answer your question, as you asked, if the government is going to make it harder for people to survive, then that's not good governance. But who said that is the case? It's a matter of perception, right?
So hold on. So
what case?
So hold on. So when I'm working in Jamaica, and I'm going to work every day, and at the end of the week, I get $15,000. Right? Now I have 2 children going to school. I have to give one of them 7 bills for the day, and I have to give one $1,000 for the day. Right? So that's 5 sevens is how much?
35.
5 ones is how much?
5.
So that's 8,500 a week I have to find to give kids to go to school. Subtract 8,500 from 15,000. How much left, man?
I know.
Eh?
Nothing.
They not mention to me, I remember saying on me, I earn it, so I have to pay taxi fare for go. You have to pay bus fare for go back.
Yes.
I have to buy lunch too, you know.
Yeah.
Cosmo. Me get you on that, you know. But the truth is, you hear me?
Yes.
Someone was planning their family good, and I'm just throwing this out there. All right, let me not go that way. All right, I work minimum wages in Jamaica already, right? And I was working $52 a week. $52 a week. That was in the early 70s, right? At the time I was young, living at my mom's house. And minimum wages have been around for a very long time. I've got $52
in Jamaica?
a week. In Jamaica.
That was in Jamaica?
Yes, sir. University Hospital. $52 a week. Right. And I've got $52 a week now. I would give my mother $10 out of it.
And $10 for that?
Yeah.
$10, right? Whatever happened now, she always have to get her $10. So I'm left with that 42. They take out NIS and stuff, so I end up with $30 a week. My bus fare and lunch money at the time was about $10 a week.
Huh?
My bus fare and lunch money for the week was about $10 a week.
No.
Huh?
Yeah, in the 70s, yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
70s, yeah. $10 a week. So I end up with
hold on. The bus fare and lunch money combined together.
Yes, $10 for the week. I would budget.
Oh, okay. Combined together.
Yeah.
Never get the
combined together. And then I was living in Portmore. So I don't put that 20. I would have maybe next with that $25 in my hand, right? So I buy a little clothes out of it, me save something out of it, maybe $5 or $10 a week out of it. I'm gonna buy 2 ice cream for my girlfriend. No, on that minimum wages, I know if I never pick me, boy, I'm gonna get screwed. Because I couldn't buy nothing out of it. You understand? Couldn't support them. I know I could not buy a car. So I know I was relegated in that situation. So all I had to do now was to develop myself and I get another job, which eventually started paying me $75 a week now. And $75 a week, I still couldn't do too much. You understand? Then eventually I got another job, paying me like, it was like $200 a week, like a couple of years after. You get my point? But at the minimum wages level, you never can. I worked it. My mom too. She used to work minimum wages used to get $16 a week.
Yeah, but hold on. But this is what
so you're in America now?
Yes, I'm in America.
All right.
In America now, right?
No, yeah, I'm in America.
So could we say there's any benefit difference between the two countries now, between America and Jamaica? Like how you travel?
There are some difference, but here we have to do, like in America to survive.
No,
right?
what I know, me asking if there's a benefit difference, like how you travel and you experience different places now. There's a benefit difference, and tell me how you go.
I'm going to tell you the difference. Like when I came to this country now, right? And I am working, my wife was working. I want a red stripe there and I could not buy it. Because I find a red stripe there at that time, I get a 6-pack like for $4. Right? And when I was in Jamaica, we used to drink 2 beers and 3 beers a day.
Because the red stripe beer, well, the red stripe beer is an imported beer, so it costs heavy tariff for bringing it in America.
Yes, but that time you could get
right. But
Right,
it's
but
way
if
less.
you wanted a beer, Budweiser was cheap.
Yeah.
Colt 45 was cheap. Right? Where the other one them name? There's so much of them. Coors.
Buddy, I know, but what I'm telling you now, we are talking
You want
reality.
American beer to be cheap, but
Yeah, but so you cannot. So hold on. So you cannot say a beer was because you wanted a red stripe beer or something because